Many youngsters have this dilemma, IAS या IPS.
Hierarchy used to be IFS, IAS, IPS, which is what I had filled up.
Yes.
Now the hierarchy is IAS, IPS, IFS.
True.
Changing times. What can I say? It's the perception of people. Student life has its great advantages. One of the biggest is that you have complete freedom to think and you have boundless energy.
Today we have with us Jalaj Srivastav sir, who is an embodiment of resilience, innovation, and also the courage to serve the nation. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
Thank you, Shashank.
Yeah, having interacted with Abdul Kalam ji, brief interactions with Atal ji, words of wisdom for youngsters that we can draw inspiration from them, sir.
कलाम साहब हो, अटल जी हो, उन सब में एक चीज कॉमन थी, उनका सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट या औरों की नजर में उनका रिस्पेक्ट लेश मात्र भी कम नहीं होगा, ये कहने की बात है.
That made you a very efficient officer in whichever role that you were posted in.
You see, there was a 70-year-old lady. Crime of passion, she killed her husband, who was about 50 years old. Who was a bounder, completely. So she killed him. Came to the police station, said मैं उसका मर्डर कर दिया. There's nothing like आप उसको क्या culpable homicide करोगे तो भी उसका 3 साल जाएगा, 2 साल जाएगा. She would have simply died in Jorhat jail.
What are the most important qualities for a successful civil servant?
I think self-awareness is the biggest. Just
Namaskar दोस्तों. Welcome to our channel where we have unfiltered conversations with some of India's most inspiring personalities. Today we have with us Jalaj Srivastav sir, who is an embodiment of resilience, innovation, and also the courage to serve the nation. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
thank you, Shashank. Thank you so much.
So let's begin with where it all started. In the year 1983, you gave the UPSC examination and then you missed the IAS service with just 1 mark and then a single rank. So what was your reaction to that situation?
Let me go a little further back. I was only 20 when I had finished my MSc. So that was in the year 1981. So in any case, I had to do something. I could not have appeared for the UPSC. So I did lecturership for a year. And as you can...
it was in St. Stephen's College.
Stevens. And I had studied there and therefore I kept on. I got that ad hoc lecturership for the time, and that was what put the bug of teaching and mentoring in me, which continues to the day. It continues to be my first love. Now the thing is, the very first opportunity I gave the exam, so it's not a matter of huge disappointment. One is prepared. Today the kids have a lot of employment opportunities, so many fields, so many specializations are open to them, including online learning. At that time, there were very set patterns into which you could go in employment. So one knew that one had to drift into the civil services. And there was also, as an alternative fallback, you went into Tata administrative service. And there were a few openings, but it was quite clear. The civil services mein to 3 attempts lene hi lene.
At that time, there were only 3 attempts, sir?
At that time, for us, there were only 3 attempts.
Okay.
In that year, 1982-83. So, and we used to call it jocularly in our study circle as the national pastime. So, वो तो करना ही था.
हाँ sir.
और करना है तो भाई मेहनत से, और one has to put one's best foot forward. Now, why I'm saying so, and without a feeling of embarrassment, is that my interview marks were not high.
Okay.
I was too fresh, too untrained. अब तो इतनी ज़्यादा mentoring होती है.
सही बात है.
I had not taken mentoring, and पढ़ाते थे और घर आते थे और थोड़ा बहुत खुद पढ़ते थे, and whatever one could give. So my point is that my written marks were fairly high.
Okay.
Marks in written were fairly high, including GS, which is okay. And which brings me to the real thing. Knowledge. My GS marks were high. I had taken law as a subject without ever having really attended a single class. So it was all thanks to my friends who shared their notes. They told me which book to study from and so on. Some classes I attended in one of the institutes at that time for mercantile law. उससे मुझे बुखार आता था. I could not. So my point is, with very truncated kind of preparation, one could score very high in written. But just because the interview marks were not good, and I was far too nervous, probably far too, I was not myself. And which is what told in scoring very low marks. So it's not a matter of 1 mark or 5. Thing is that I was not good enough. So next year, and I got into the IPS. I think those 6 months, 7 months of IPS preparation turns the pupa, the caterpillar, into something. Whoa, that transformation is fairly immense. Because you see, before that, all of us are just plain students. Not many people, many of us have good sports background.
True.
A lot of them were just students who had been slogging away. So once you get to a service, and it's usually at that time, my first option was IFS, second was IAS, and third was IPS. So not having scored that many marks, one got IPS. So one was used to taking that attempt and probably another. So the sense of disappointment had not really crept in. तो वो तो ठीक है. One took it in one's stride. After all, of the 72 odd probationers who joined together in the Hyderabad Academy, as many as 13 had made it. One stayed back.
In the same year, sir.
In the same year. 12 people got into 84 IAS, and I think 6 people got into 85 IAS, and 2 or 3 got into 86 IAS. So the strength from 72 got depleted to about
around 60,
around 50. Around 50. So that's how. So 83 batch is that depleted.
So do you recommend younger aspirants, like many of them immediately after graduation they get into UPSC preparation, and आजकल के ज़माने में तो second year third year में ही preparation चालू कर रहे हैं. So do you suggest an aspirant to first get some job experience and then go for UPSC preparation?
See,
because in your case somewhere
it's important that one must be extremely practical. Take an attempt, judge yourself, figure out where you stand. But if you realize that your efforts it's going to be a long race, then please don't spend the next 5 years preparing. It's not fair on your parents. It's not fair on yourself.
True.
You will continue to be that character वो जो कोलू के बैल की तरह मत जाइए.
सही बात है.
You know, the बैल should come out, do some खेती and get back into the कोलू.
True.
Right? Just don't go around and around. I think it's very good for the development of one's personality if one were to step out, take a job, get some real life experience, get some money out of it, right? Have a little bit of financial
it gives you a sense of security,
independence. One should not be generally a burden on one's parents unless one's parents are really well-to-do. And then you will also have a wider view of life rather than from inside a student's hostel.
True.
Student life has its great advantages. One of the biggest is that you have complete freedom to think. And you have boundless energy. But if you are in a job, you know how to channelize that energy. You are in certain restricted environment. You have to be a little more diplomatic when you speak. And you have to temper your words. And of course, the confidence that one gets when one is in a job, negotiating for some project or working on some research.
They get to face the real world actually.
So that shapes up one's personality. So I'm always in favor that ठीक है आप अगर first attempt में आ गए, second में आ गए वो ठीक है right in the beginning. If you are that lucky, I'm not saying brilliant. Brilliance has nothing to do with getting to the
rightly said, sir.
I'm an example. I've gotten into civil services and I'm far from brilliant. So thing is, if you are that lucky, great. If not, I think take a step back, sharpen your axe, and then charge again.
So they say the lion needs to step back.
Yes, absolutely.
Take two step back.
For
and
a
then
bigger leap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a lot of misconceptions. People get carried away in this vicious cycle. Saal over prepare karte hi rehte, and at the end of it, they have lost their pristine youth, and also the skill set is degenerated. In fact, they do not get much opportunities after this. So whatever you've said, I think if they follow,
some girlfriends move on. But that aside, I think one, as I started by saying, one must know oneself.
True.
One must know one's own capacity. As the Art of War Su Zhu has said, the person who knows oneself will never lose any battle.
True that, sir. True that.
Right? So UPSC is a challenge. It is a battlefield. You have to go in it fully prepared right from the beginning. Not everybody can be fully prepared, but if there are going to be certain reverses, you don't make it in the first time, and you make it to a service which is not to your liking, fine, of course you will attempt again. Join that service, go through the probation, keep preparing in the meantime, and work hard like anything. There is a substitute to brilliance, but there's no substitute to hard work.
Amazing, sir. That is certainly some food for thought. Sir, like you had a very diversified career. You worked across different departments. But to begin with, for any IAS officer, the most cherishable period is their
first district posting. Yes,
sir,
absolutely. Invariably,
Yes.
that is so.
So you were several years posted as the district magistrate in Arunachal Pradesh.
True.
Right. So you had to deal with tribal communities where traditional justice meets formal law system. So what were the peculiarities in governing over there? So?
Okay, there are two sides to this. Once you said diversified career, I think I was a little luckier than most people because I had a completely divergent a set of assignments.
NDMC, Agriculture Department.
That's right.
IWI. So many.
From civil aviation, I'm Jal Thal Vayu sab tha. Agriculture, civil aviation, all sorts of places. Anyway, the other part is that when we talk of when I worked in Arunachal Pradesh, although I had worked in Assam for a year as a probationer, that was the time when the accord was signed. So the biggest, the moment I got posted, the biggest ever bandh in the history of Assam was there, I think, on 14th June. And by end of June, negotiations had started. By 14th of August night, the accord was signed, and the next 3-4 months were spent in preparation for the elections and a smooth, I would say, transfer of power to the AGP government and its aftermath for the next several months. After that, I got posted to
That's a phenomenal
Pradesh.
Students' movement in Indian history.
Yes, it's the first ever of its kind.
Yes, sir.
So when I joined, when the Aam Aadmi Party came to power in Delhi, it was a deja vu for me. Except that those were students, really raw, out of college students. Whereas here, at least, they were professionals at some, with some element of youth in them. But anyway, that's where the comparison stops, and I don't want to comment on either.
True.
That's not my mandate. But having said which, I had not, although I had seen and been in some tribal communities here and there throughout India, but Northeast was a completely new world. And I fell in love in the first 3 hours of driving up to Itanagar. So when we talk of trying to be a good officer, especially from northern India, posted there, one has to keep one's preconceived notions, one's mindset, one's prejudices. Value system, yes, one cannot get rid of. One should not get rid of.
The core values. Yes.
Core values. But the things, the prism of seeing something, the prism of your own mindset should be kept back home. Right? And therefore, one should not cringe when one sees something which is not one is used to in North India, right? Once you start getting into their life and their culture and their traditions, they are extremely, extremely lovable. And I'm talking of the traditions, not just the people. And therefore, I continue to be very thick with those, with my friends of that time. And I always have a family there in that sense. There's a huge lot of acceptability. I spent 5 years, 1 year as assistant commissioner and 4 years as deputy commissioner.
Yes.
Never bothered to go into the capital. Zilla was where my heart was. And the thing is that people see through you.
True.
They expect, they're very transparent people. They're very predictable. Once they knew that this guy is on his own trip and he means well, and he genuinely has come here to do some good, I would like to think that I had gone with that aim. I had not gone with any preconceived notions or set agenda. I did not have a problem eating and drinking what they were eating and drinking, by and large.
True.
Right? So after the initial testing, I would say, look, if you have to prepare X thing, if you want me to eat it, I'll eat it. But personally, I'm not very fond of this particular meat. So I would rather have a chicken, or if you can get me some eggs and potatoes, I'll be very fine. So they needed to know that I don't have a preconceived notion. I'm not looking at them through a certain prism. I'm not judging them in any way.
True.
It's just that I have a food preference. So fine. And some of their foods, I should tell you what they prepare in Tenga bamboo with small fish and with raw rice and with some chilies, and they prepare that thing. Continues to be a delicacy. Even Arunachal Bhavan mein jaakar, I have it once in a while. Once they come to know that this is what you are. In that very district where I was posted, a few years earlier, one of the deputy commissioners had been abducted from his office and locked in the toilet of a school.
Okay.
Because he was probably, the point is that not everybody gets to taste that success. And I was posted in Tagin country, the people with the arguably one of the fiercest warrior tribes of that area. A very sturdy and they're great warriors with the longest dao, 3.5 to 4 feet. So they can love a person like a true warrior, and they can dislike a person as well. So I stayed there for a record 3 years and 10 months. That should tell you something.
That quite displays.
Sorry, you said something about the legal system.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The traditions of, for example, polygamy or polyandry, and both are practiced.
Achha.
Now, if you're going to judge them from the North Indian perspective,
so for many of the audience who do not know what is polyandry and polygamy, how does it operate over there in practicality? If you could elaborate further.
Well, I have met a person who had 32 wives.
32.
I have met a person. I'm sure there were people who had. Again, it's the same thing. They were warrior tribes, and they had to,
be the protectors. Yeah.
They had to engage. वो संधि करने का तरीका था to get the loyalty of that particular sub tribe towards your side. So you will fight with someone, they will come to your. That's almost they swear by it.
True.
वहाँ पर that's a place. Loyalty is extremely strong.
Okay.
Loyalty is above everything. They have another system called Bango. For example, there's a group of Bango.
Okay, sir.
There's a group of villages called a Bango. Now, they may not have any blood ties, but if there is a group and they all consider each other as brothers and sisters. So there's nothing like a marriage system within there. A person from a bango can only marry outside that bango, right? And it's not. It used to be very strange. This kid is coming with us, this man, for admission to school, and I'm asking, okay, what's your name? This. What's your father's name? This. Who's he? He's a different child. He's my father. So then I realized that anybody who's his father or father's friend or father's brother is father, and he's to be treated and respected like that.
The father figure kind
They
of.
don't have that much, how should I say, they're not stuck on to a biological father, biological mother, biological sister.
Okay.
No. The entire village are the elders. और उसमें ये नहीं है कि I mean a child can walk into anyone's house and eat and sleep there.
Okay.
And the lady of the house will look after him or her as his own child, her own child. Because that's how the social system is. You name one place in Delhi where you can follow this.
Impossible.
Right? So that's so much for the social system. And they're extremely tied, very tight, well-knit social system. Now, I'm talking of 1980s and 90s. Nothing is static, but my point is that this is what I have experienced and lived.
Hands-on.
As for the legal system, again, we go by the standard IPC, CRPC as of that time, now BNSS. If you try to judge a crime by the punitive system that this requires 3 months, now, 3 months of punishment is nothing for a chota sa jeb katra also will have that kind of a thing, that kind of punishment, and he'll go in happily, he'll come out happy. Out there, it's a major stigma.
Okay.
A person who is put behind, देखिए ये आजाद पंछी की तरह है.
True. Freedom is what they value.
Freedom is here. If a person is put behind bars even for a day, after coming out, he has to perform a puja.
Okay.
For that puja, he has to call the entire village and a half. He has to sacrifice mithuns. So, the sheer financial burden on that family is colossal. And if he's a poor man, he will have to pay off that debt for several years. Besides, it's a very big stigma. So now, I use that to good effect. If two people are fighting, I would call them to my office. I said, okay, come to this anteroom. Now I'm going to lock you in this room. And I will open this only after you people have reached some settlement. Otherwise, if it is beyond my office time, I'll put you both in jail. And I will open that jail door only when you have reached some settlement. 100% settlement rate.
I think this kind of cultural sensitivity, at the same time pragmatism, practically, that made you a very efficient officer in whichever role that you were posted in.
I would say that. I have said this on some other forum also. You see, there was this 70-year-old lady. Crime of passion, she killed her husband, who was about 50 years old, who was a bounder. He was a completely nasty chap. So she killed him. Came to the police station, said, मैं उसका murder कर दिया है. Now there is nothing like आप उसको क्या culpable homicide करोगे तो भी उसका 3 साल जाएगा, 2 साल जाएगा. She would have simply died in Jorhat jail. They are all taken to Jorhat jail. Okay. Now you have it Itanagar jail and this and that. So I said, okay, told the vakil. Vakils also used to come once a month. One for prosecution, one for defense. They would share the briefs. 3-4 days they would take. We would discuss kisko kya karna hai. Let's quickly speed up. No.
So accessibility also, legal accessibility.
Yeah. We used to put them up in the circuit house, look after them. Badhiya khana khao, unko badhiya look after them. And as the DC, I used to look after the vakils. So at least there was a complete understanding. This needs to be tried. Isko find some bloody loophole and छोटा सा चीज है यार, मारपीट हो गया, सब ठीक हो गया है.
मेंटल इलनेस क्या करते हैं?
नहीं, वो मैं बताता हूँ उसका
Yes.
कैसा होता है. You see, if two people fight and then the elders sit, they have a proper kebang. Kebang is a village elders system. They all sit together, they come to an agreement. Everybody, they have a huge party, the entire village eats and drinks and they dance, everything. That's the settlement. Once a kebang happens, it can happen after 60 years of feud. But once it happens, then it is
Everything is
inviolable.
Okay.
So one has to, for the smallest, किसी ने किसी की मुर्गी चुरा ली, that can be the subject of
Conflict.
From that to huge issues. एक ने दूसरे का village जला दिया, that can be the major issue. Even in cases where there is a killing, there can be a kebab. And there is a tribal way of settling it. Right? Now, ordinarily, when there is a mass killing or A tribe attacking B tribe and lots of horses being tossed, arson one can handle within a kebab. But killing one should draw the line. And that's where superior judgment comes into place and not just that book.
True.
I still remember there was a La versus Lomdak, two villages. One burnt the other, I forget which. So it was done by the kebab. We did not allow that to. I was assistant commissioner under training. My deputy commissioner was my senior, is a retired person, very respectable person. And I took a lot of training from him to deal with these things. Otherwise, initially my blood would boil. Oh, this section, arson and causing such a destruction, all that public property, private. Nahi jata hai. So this is how you develop that. So this lady of 70 years old, so in वकीलों के साथ मैंने कहा एक काम करो, you declare her as ill. So I sent her to the hospital, had all her tests conducted. She was perfectly hale and hearty, but that's not the point.
Yes, I get
So I
it.
told the doctor, कुछ ना कुछ निकालो यार इसका. Report लेके अगले दिन लाए, मैंने कहा okay, इसको till the next hearing, which was next month, 1 महीने के लिए इसको हॉस्पिटल में रखिए. And she was put some token, रस्सी से बांधा, एक सिपाही को वहां पर लगाया रखवाली के लिए. Then it became the norm. You see, her husband had died. उसके हस्बैंड की 2 और वाइफ्स थी, 140-year-old, 120-year-old. वो दोनों अपने अपने चली गई. This lady had no son.
अच्छा.
इसका भाई सब मर गए होंगे. So she was abandoned. So the district administration sort of became a sanctuary for her. So the hospital became a home. उसके करीब 1.5 साल तक वो she used to just get a walk around the market, come back and sleep on that hospital bed. And died after 1.5-2 years peacefully. Now, should I have looked at the book or should I have listened to my conscience? This is where law and justice are two separate things, and you have to go for justice in these areas.
Okay. Because decision making, sir, like that is a major dilemma. So in this scenarios that you told, it was more to deal with empathy and justice.
I think the sense of empathy and justice, such as I would claim to have, is present in a lot of officers and a lot of people, youngsters, and I'm very proud of it. ये तो खैर मैंने एक typical अरुणाचल के tribal area की बात बताई. It can be in Kerala, it can be in Gujarat or Rajasthan or J&K, anywhere. But if the essence of that don't allow law to overpower your sense of justice.
Rightly said.
And under any circumstances, not your conscience. While you're doing your job, your moral compass should be at the right place. I think that's important.
Knowing by your experiences, it means that civil services is not just about following rules, but it is about following the spirit behind those rules. Probably many of the times, I think you try to do that.
I'll say this to you. One of my gurus, one former Home Secretary, a person who has taught us a lot, he once said, he's no more, God bless his soul, he once said, look here, if I had to, I was trying to just in front of him, everybody used to shit bricks. But I tried to point out, sir, this is what the section is, and this is how do I wear around. किसी की आवाज नहीं निकलती थी उनके सामने. So therefore, this was it. So he said, look here, if I just want the bookish version, if I just want the law situation, I have all the law here. I will ask some desk officer, some section officer, some legal assistant to come and explain it to me.
True that.
All this hierarchy of deputy secretary, director, joint secretary, additional secretary, special secretary is there for you to exercise your good judgment in public interest without violating the law. What is the best way out? You are here to present solutions. Don't try to show me the law. And typically he threw the book like this, which was, go back, put your brain and heart both into it and come back. So I think that sums up. It's not the primacy of one over the other, but while one is duty bound to follow the law, yes, ultimately adherence to the law is what will save you. But it should not, no law is perfect. And one's subjective interpretation of what is justice will probably lead you in some very different directions. One should not go down that slippery slope. But my limited point is that one should not lose one's moral compass.
Makes sense, sir. Makes sense. And also during the period of your posting, there was a lot of insurgency, as you already mentioned. So there could have been some situations where there was a risk to your life as well.
नहीं, देखिए, Arunachal Pradesh has been extremely peaceful.
Okay.
वहाँ पर जो प्रॉब्लम थी मोस्टली खोंसा, चांगलांग, नागालैंड से लगे हुए जो जिले थे 3-4 वहाँ थी. And especially because Tinsukia and Dibrugarh used to be, continue to be very strong business hubs. So तेजपुर से लगे हुए कुछ जिलों में था, मंगलदोई तेजपुर वाले बेल्ट में, partly because of the Bodo thing, further east, further west. But in the districts I was in, Daporejo was way inside. Only for a brief while, I was in charge of a certain area which was bordering Assam, and it came in the news in the last elections because for only 3 voters that polling station was set up, and it required a 7-day march, a 7-day march from my zilla.
Okay.
So I was 6 hours otherwise, but for that village, I was 6 hours insulated from the Assam-Arunachal border. But in the second district, Pasighat, where I was posted in 90 to 91, 1 year, again insurgency nahi thi wahan. Border clashes the, idhar ka villager, udhar ka villager, it was more of a land dispute. But I have not faced that level of insurgency. There were some reports that some boys had come in and taken shelter and all this thing. So, but at that time, Operation Rhino was taking place. 3-4 operations had taken place. So it was okay.
Fair
but otherwise, I have never taken ever any bodyguard. I have not put on my red light ordinarily.
Okay.
For 90, after one becomes a DC, I was the youngest DC in the country for about a year.
That is news to us, sir.
26 की एज में DC बन गए थे.
Okay, amazing.
क्योंकि इतना छोटा जिला है, one knows क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं हो रहा है. And besides, I was assistant commissioner there, I became the DC.
Achha.
It was more like that. They said, इसको चलाने दो. And I continued for another 2.5 years or so. So thing is, except for the first month when I said, okay, chalo red light jalate hain, the charm or glamour or the arrogance or the need, whatever you call it, of the red light, it just went away. Yeah, theek hai yaar. I would rather go without any unnecessary phoompa. But what I did was, I had a personal weapon. I used to load it. The moment I used to cross Arunachal and go into Assam. So before the border, I would load it, put it like this. Since I am SIPS, Ex-IPS, my hand was much better polished on that weapon.
You knew the nuances of how to use the weapon.
Then the confidence I would have on somebody. So I never took one. 5 years, never.
Amazing, sir. Contrasting this to your, posting as the chairman of NDMC.
You're jumping 40 years almost.
Yes. So here, sir, like you've taken up many of the smart city initiatives before it became the national mission. Like
in the defense of NDMC, and without claiming any credit whatsoever, अगर NDMC smart city नहीं बनेगी तो कौन बनेगा? It's the brightest jewel in India's municipal corporations. So I think it was a smart city before anyone even thought of that concept. So I did absolutely nothing. I just put some boards saying this is a smart city. I don't think. But having said which, in the structure in which the smart city concept was drawn up, there were some things which we were capable of doing then. It has not happened till today for whatever reason. That one could have made NDMC as a completely 100% self-sustaining waste to energy and wasteless, completely green city. You are producing whatever power you are consuming. You could have come to that. So in that, my humble contribution was that on the very last day on which I demitted office of NDMC, the one thing which I did was कि किसी तरह कर के had the solar thing installed. It was the first such installation on any public building within government, Delhi government setup. LG साहब से inauguration करवाया था. उसी तरह माननीय पूर्व वाइस प्रेसिडेंट साहब वेंकैया नायडू जी उस वक्त थे मिनिस्टर अर्बन डेवलपमेंट, उनसे एक वेस्ट टू एनर्जी जैसे कौन सी मालचा मार्ग मार्केट में there are quite a few restaurants. So I had a sort of a discussion with these chaps that you are throwing away so much food, right? Why don't we? So we got hold of an entrepreneur who was willing to take all that, convert it into manure, sell that manure and run that plant. So no money from us, no expectation from us. हम आपको कुछ नहीं दे रहे हैं. We're just giving you permission to run this plant because it is making a completely green disposal of the food waste. It worked well. I don't know how it is now. I haven't bothered to check after that. Same thing, all the waste branches and leaves, everything. These gardeners used to set fire to it 15, 20 years back. I mean, I'm sure in some parts it's still happening. So some entrepreneur came in and said, sir, why don't you allow us to put our plant here and आप सिर्फ इतना कर दीजिए, make sure that we get so much of green waste every day. So I said, okay, we commit you that. So all the gardeners had to do was to give them the green waste from which he would not give NDMC a paisa, anybody any money. He would simply convert that into pellets to be used as manure. He would sell them. And that's how he took out his expenses.
Amazing, sir.
And this was 10 years back.
Yes, sir, around 2013-14 maybe. So like, you've been very innovative and you try to empathize with the situations and the people and bring in some innovation. But many a times, though the ideas are good and they also have real impact on the society and the people per se, there is always that inertia in the traditional bureaucracy. Or there could be somebody who has some personal animosity with you. They will try to purposefully inhibit the process. So how would you deal with these kind of situations?
Srimad Bhagavad Gita. For the time that I'm there, with whatever efforts I can make, I will do my best. I cannot be the custodian of public or my successors or his successors value system. उसको कुछ और पसंद आ रहा होगा, उसने वो किया. उसको ये चीज पसंद नहीं आ रही होगी. I'd rather not comment.
बट कभी एक तरह का फ्रस्ट्रेशन आता है कि लाइक कुछ अच्छा काम करने जा रहे पर यू नो दे विल स्टॉप यू. This happens in bureaucracy.
A lot of times from my first posting onwards. So I've got used to it, I guess.
आप कैसे डील करते थे सर?
देखिए, एक बड़ा सिंपल सा प्रिंसिपल है. If I am given any posting, and I have been given a really huge range of postings, right? Some very prestigious, some not at all. Some complete cold storage postings also. Why not? तो उसमें ये है कि आप जहां पहुंचे हैं एज इज, आई कैन टेक माई सैलरी, गो होम, मोबाइल, गाड़ी और इस चीज का उस चीज का तो सरकार खर्चा दे ही रही है मुझे. आई कैन सिट होम एंड वॉच नेटफ्लिक्स, वॉट एवर. द अदर इज दैट कैन आई डू अ डेल्टा प्लस टू द ऑफिस? कैन आई इम्प्रूव इवन वन थिंग over and above what I have inherited? I am only proud to say that whichever assignment I have taken, I have done that delta plus. Some of them were huge deltas, some were relatively smaller, depending on the assignment or the tenure I took. But there were some places where you had the satisfaction of starting something and seeing it commissioned.
Ideas being manifested.
Andamans में जब आप पोर्ट ब्लेयर में उतरते हैं, तो आपको एक बहुत ही बड़ा सोलर पैनल का वो दिखता है.
Yes, sir. It was in the news also several times.
मेरा लगवाया हुआ है.
Oh,
25 एकड़.
Amazing.
एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री से किस तरह से रैंगल करके निकलवाई गई जमीन. लेट शक्ति सिन्हा साहब was the chief secretary. And he had to be convinced कि अंडमान्स में जहाँ 20 दिन सूखा होता है, 300 दिन whatever, 300 दिन से ज्यादा बारिश होती है, तो यहाँ कैसे सोलर चलेगा. तो चुपचाप मैंने अपने ऑफिस की पूरी रूफ पे सोलर लगवा दिया. और उसको एक दिन सिन्हा साहब को बुलाया अपने कमरे में. मैंने कहा सर बैठिए, कुछ आपको नया दिख रहा है? कहा नहीं, क्या दिख रहा है? मैंने कहा ये जो पंखा चल रहा है, ये जो लाइट जल रही है, ये सोलर पे चल रही है और पिछले एक हफ्ते से आपके कमरे में भी चल रही है. सारे दफ्तर में मैंने लगवा दी चुपचाप, आपको बताया नहीं,
नोटिस भी नहीं
मना करते. सो ये कैसे हो गया? मैंने सर फिर समझाया, इंसुलेशन इज समथिंग एल्स. उसको सूरज से मतलब नहीं, उसे रोशनी से मतलब है.
ओके,
दैट इज हाउ सोलर सेल्स वर्क.
ट्रू.
आपने देखा होगा वो कैंडल की फ्लेम के पास भी वो छोटा सा वो खिलौना होता है, यूं करता रहता है.
True that.
So it's the light which matters. So he said, okay, तो क्या करें? मैंने कहा मेरा सपना है यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ा सोलर पार्क बनवाया जाए. कैसे? तो 5.5 मेगावाट. देन ही was classmate of Arup Roy Chaudhary साहब, who was chairman CMD NTPC. तो उनके रेफरेंस से मैं चौधरी साहब से मिला, रॉय चौधरी साहब से. उन्होंने बहुत मदद की. We got that thing done. ठीक 2 साल रहा हूँ एडमंड्स में. जून में ज्वाइन किया है. ओके, फरवरी 12 में भूमि पूजन हुआ है और अगली मई में कमीशन हो गया प्लांट.
रिकॉर्ड टाइम.
अब आप उतरते हैं तो पूरा बहुत 25 एकड़ में दिखता है. दैट इज द वन. क्या पड़ी थी?
Amazing.
But you do something, you feel happy when people come and tell you.
Gives a sense of contentment.
That gives a sense of.
सर कभी अरुणाचल में, कभी दिल्ली में, कभी
गोवा,
अंडमान. So this is to deal with Agmut cadre. So what is this cadre, sir, for the general audience? और Agmut cadre में क्या होता है?
Jammu and Kashmir is a UT. That is part of the Agmut cadre.
Okay.
Ladakh is a UT. Chandigarh. Now the UTs are Pondicherry, Daman Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Plus, Arunachal Pradesh, Goa and Mizoram continue to be served by Agmut cadre officers. They were given statehood in 1987 and 88. But the thing is that they are not large enough to be made into a separate cadre, and we are managing well. So this is what Agmut cadre is.
So for the benefit of viewers, a cadre is something that a civil servant is deployed or assigned to once they get into the IAS or IPS. And throughout their career, I think they have to be...
you are part of that
cadre. You could be deputed elsewhere, but...
Oh yes, the government of India is completely within its rights to assign you to any government of India posting in India or abroad, or to post you to another state. For example, I'll give you the freshest example. The Chief Secretary of Manipur today is of Agmut cadre.
Achha.
Manipur Tripura used to be union territories long back.
True.
And they have a separate cadre. But ye gaye. Exactly the same way as Rakesh Asthana became Commissioner of Police Delhi. Unse pehle Ajay Raj Sharma ji became Commissioner of Police Delhi. SS Jog Sahab bane.
So this is only for a temporary period, right, sir?
See,
but the home cadre remains the same.
Home cadre remains the same. A person continues to be, for example, late R.K. Thakkar Sahab of J&K cadre, erstwhile J&K cadre, became Chief Secretary Delhi, and Mr. V.K. Kapoor, हमारे जो Lieutenant Governor साहब एक वक्त में थे, हमारे गुरुजी रहे हैं, आज भी हैं, और तो he was sent as Chief Secretary J&K. It was a separate cadre, but it was for a tenure of 3 years or so. So the government of India usually says for a tenure of 2 years or till further orders.
Okay.
That's how it works.
So could you kindly elaborate some examples through your career, some, distinctive examples or case studies, as we call as, like whatever work that you have done is case studies for the future generations. So any of those administratively and governance wise.
Okay, चलिए एक snapshot देता हूँ. Physics student, physics teacher goes into, for 6 years, goes into Northeast, tries to study Northeast. Complete assignment is tribal management, introduction of new and newer things in the tribal areas, which includes security, internal security, external security, includes police administration, judicial administration. At that time, I was district and session judge also. Judiciary was not separate. And of course, financial management, whatever else, development schemes, agriculture, blah, blah. Uske baad Delhi aake one becomes Joint Secretary Medical. So all the Delhi government office, hospitals and colleges, medical colleges, under Delhi government, वो उनका एक तरह से सचिवालय में was the joint secretary. फिर कैलाश मानसरोवर चला गया यात्रा में, फिर 4-5 महीने के लिए became JS Education, फिर 6 महीने के लिए एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग, सारी मंडीज का, फिर गृह मंत्रालय चला गया. For 5 years, generally I was director Union Territories, but also some other additional charge मिलता रहता था. 5 साल के बाद सेक्रेटरी टू गवर्नर गोवा, completely different profile.
True.
One had to just, it was complete protocol job. गोवा की गर्मी में टाई सूट बांध के बैठे हुए और प्रोटोकॉल देख रहे हैं, गणमान्य लोगों से उनका दर्शन कर रहे हैं. अटल जी आए, प्रेसिडेंट साहब आए वगैरह, काफी बहुत सारे.
कुछ कन्वर्सेशन हुआ सर अटल जी से?
अटल जी से हुआ.
Can you share it with the audience?
उनसे तो उतना नहीं हुआ, उनसे बस उनको ग्रीट किया, उनका स्वागत करके उनको ले गए, उतना तक था.
जनरली लाइक एज अ पर्सनालिटी आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन क्या था
उनसे? जो 2 और बताऊंगा. आर वेंकटरमन जो हमारे माननीय प्रेसिडेंट साहब थे, और APJ अब्दुल कलाम साहब प्रेसिडेंट जब नहीं बने थे.
हाँ सर.
उस वक्त में एक सर्च कमेटी में उनको हमारे गवर्नर साहब, लेट गवर्नर साहब ने किया था. तो कलाम साहब को न सिर्फ रिसीव करने का और उनको उनके कमरे में उनको व्यवस्थित करने का, उनको एस्कॉर्ट करने का मुझे सौभाग्य मिला. उनके साथ 2-1 घंटे बिताने का सौभाग्य मिला. और
2 घंटे कलाम जी से?
हाँ, उस वक्त प्रेसिडेंट नहीं बने थे.
यस.
और सेक्रेटरी टू गवर्नर के पास और काम ही क्या है. ये एक इंसान के लिए इससे बड़ा सौभाग्य क्या है कि कलाम साहब
क्वाइट फॉर्चुनेट है.
अरे साहब, उनके सामने तो आप कितनी ही अच्छी आत्मा हूं, आप पाएंगे कि आप कुछ भी नहीं है। द जेंटलमैन हैड सो मच इंस्पिरेशन फॉर यू। तो एक एक चीज में सम्मोहित कर देते हैं। मैं सिर्फ बस यूं देख रहा था। तो एनीवे, सो सेक्रेटरी टू गवर्नर का यही काम था।
Any words of wisdom, like having interacted with Abdul Kalam ji, brief interactions with Atal ji. So words of wisdom for youngsters that we can draw inspiration from them. Because seeing them or hearing about them in close quarters is a different perspective.
Never be a status quoist. And take yourself seriously. Take yourself seriously to the extent of your self-respect. Right? But don't take yourself as an officer that seriously. आप एक ऑफिसर एक एक्सीडेंट ऑफ फेट के कारण हैं, और ये एक जिम्मेदारी है, ये एक एंटाइटलमेंट नहीं है। और वो हर शख्स, कलाम साहब हों, अटल जी हों, बहुत बहुत गणमान्य लोग हैं जिनसे मिलने का सौभाग्य हुआ है, उन सब में एक चीज कॉमन थी। वो सबसे पहले इंसान थे, इंसान हैं, कई उनमें आज भी हैं। और इसलिए उनको आप उनके पद से हटा देंगे तो उनकी गरिमा, उनकी आभा, उनका लश्चर, उनका सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट या औरों की नजर में उनका रिस्पेक्ट लेश मात्र भी कम नहीं होगा। ये कहने की बात है। I mean, they are much more than the sum of their parts.
Yes.
Right? और इन सब से जो कुछ छोटा मोटा सीखा है, वो मेरी अपनी फिलॉसफी भी हमेशा से रही है कि जहां भी पहुंचो, कभी ये मत समझो कि भाई तुम ऑफिसर हो, तीन शब्द या 3 अक्षर लगे हैं तो कुछ बन गए। जी नहीं, वो एक एनेबलमेंट है। वो किसी चीज को करने का जरिया है। वो आपको एक पावर देता है, इसलिए नहीं कि उस पावर को मैं एक पर्सनल एग्रेंडाइजमेंट के लिए इस्तेमाल करूं, इसलिए देता है कि क्या मैं किसी आदमी के जीवन में थोड़ा सा भी फर्क ला सकता हूं। नहीं ला सकता तो ये अक्षर बेकार है। ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। और ये चीज आप इन सब बड़े लोगों की जीवन गाथा से आप देखेंगे। आप इनके बारे में जितना पढ़ेंगे, सुनेंगे, इनको जितना जानने की, इनके बारे में जितना जानेंगे, आप घूम फिर कर वही चीज आती है। दे वर मच बिगर दैन द पोस्ट दे वर हेड। जो इस पोस्ट से छोटा रहा, उसको हिस्ट्री, उसको समाज बहुत जल्दी भूल जाएगा। वो उस पद से उतरा, अगले साल के उसके पास जाएगा भी नहीं।
That's quite some inspiration for the youngsters.
हाँ, और जो अपने पद से थोड़ा सा बड़ा रहा उसको लोग याद रखते हैं, सालों साल याद रखते हैं।
Generations together. Continuing with your sojourn at Goa.
Oh, I was talking about Goa. Exactly what? नहीं, बस गोवा के बाद I came back here, तो थोड़े वक्त के बाद दिल्ली स्पेशल कमिश्नर ट्रांसपोर्ट, दिल्ली मेट्रो, ये छोटे मोटे चार्जेस थे।
अच्छा।
तो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट में DSIDC और कमिश्नर इंडस्ट्रीज की जगह खाली हो गई।
DSIDC क्या होता है?
दिल्ली स्टेट इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन। अब इसकी जितनी भी इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट्स हैं, वो उस वक्त आपने सुना होगा कि जितने रिहायशी इलाके हैं, रेजिडेंशियल एरियाज, वहां पर इंडस्ट्रीज बंद की जाएंगी।
यस।
जिस दिन मैंने ज्वाइन किया था असाइनमेंट, उस दिन कंटेम्प्ट ऑफ कोर्ट हो चुका था। मतलब 3 महीने पहले ही हो चुका था। मैंने नहीं किया था, मेरा तो कंटिन्यूइंग था।
योर प्रेडिसेसर।
सो आई हैड टू सिट विद माय फादर, माय लेट फादर, एंड माय वाइफ एंड माय सन, एंड टू टेल देम कि देखो भाई, माय मदर पास्ड अवे लॉन्ग बैक। हो सकता है कि किसी दिन मुझे जेल जाना पड़े। कंटेम्प्ट तो है। हाई कोर्ट ने जिस दिन कहा ये इतनी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, आपने कितनी बंद की, मैं कहूँगा सर 15,000 बंद की। नहीं जी, अभी 50,000 बाकी है। नहीं जी, अभी 2 लाख बाकी है। किसे मालूम क्या हर घर में जब चल रहा है। जब 1950s-60s में एनकरेज किया गया था हर आदमी अपने घर में एक इंडस्ट्री खोलेगा, तो किसे मालूम किसके बेसमेंट में, ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे, ऊपर क्या चल रहा है। तो मुझे कभी भी योर ऑनर जेल भेज देंगे। तो ये मान के चलिए कि वो मैंने कोई पाप नहीं किया है। ये सिस्टमिक एक व्यवस्था का नुक्स है और इसके लिए जाना पड़ा तो 2-2.5 महीने में वापस आ जाऊंगा, नौकरी नहीं जाएगी। आई हैड माई 8-year-old किड, नहीं थोड़ा बड़ा था, 12-15 साल का, prepared for this eventuality, and it's not an easy conversation which you have with a cat.
What was their reaction?
Reaction क्या, ठीक है। My father retired as a CVO, so he understood. अच्छा ठीक है, जा रहे हो ठीक है, it's all right. So this is the kind of thing which you actually face. Arunachal Pradesh में within the first 2 years of my being a DC, मैं 1-1.5 कंटेम्प्ट केस थे मेरे ऊपर।
अच्छा।
होम मिनिस्ट्री में था तो 4-5 कंटेम्प्ट केसेस चलते रहते थे। वो सब मुझ पे नहीं थे, इंसिडेंटली मेरे अपने किसी कुकर्म के कारण नहीं थे भाई।
सही बात है।
नॉन कंप्लायंस ऑफ सर्टेन कोर्ट ऑर्डर्स। नाउ आई विल नॉट से द कोर्ट वाज बीइंग व्हाट समटाइम्स कोर्ट्स आर, बट देयर यू आर, कंटेम्प्ट, ठीक है, फाइल करते रहिए, वी अपोलोजाइज, ठीक है। असली बात मालूम है कि क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है, वी कैन ऑल्सो सी इट। सो एक दफे ऐसा हुआ दैट द होम सेक्रेटरी, द जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी, yours truly and my predecessor डायरेक्टर, जो उस वक्त डायरेक्टर PMO हो गए थे, तो मैंने बताया कि सर ये कंटेम्प्ट तो हो सकता है, कभी भी हो सकता है, तो हम लोग, आप लोगों को आता होगा, ब्रिज सीख लेते हैं, अंदर बैठ के चारों लोग ब्रिज खेलेंगे। सो दैट इज ऑल्सो एन इवेंचुअलिटी। सो इंडस्ट्रीज डिपार्टमेंट में और फिर DSIDC नाउ अगेन, ये सारा CETPs लग चुके थे, लेकिन उनके मेंटेनेंस और उसके हैंडओवर वेरी वेरी बिग हेडेक। वो मेरे टाइम पे हुआ, 4 साल रहा हूँ। कुड नॉट ब्रेक द रिकॉर्ड ऑफ द ग्रैंडफादर ऑफ DSIDC, GP श्रीवास्तव साहब, बट आई केम प्रीटी क्लोज टू इट। और ये जो आप खास तौर से लिकर की दुकानें देखते हैं, गुड़गांव से कंपेयर मत कीजिए, लेकिन दिल्ली में जो देखते हैं, जो सबसे पहले उन दुकानों को थोड़ी इज्जत देने वाला, वो मेरा काम था। मेरी टीम बहुत ज्यादा लक्के की, एंड वी गॉट 18 ISOs ऑन अ सिंगल डे। ISO इन लिकर बिजनेस, बड़ा क्रिटिसिज्म होता था साहब, ये है वो है। मैंने कहा देखो भाई, तुमने मुझे सरकारी महकमे में लिकर बेचने का इंचार्ज बनाया है, मैं स्टाइल से बेचूंगा।
सही बात है।
तुम दूध बेचने का काम दे दो, मैं वो भी स्टाइल से बेचूंगा। आई एम जस्ट डूइंग अ जॉब, बट टू इंट्रोड्यूस ISO सर्टिफिकेशन इन अ जॉब सच एज दिस, जिसमें आप,
that was quite a novelty.
It was full of corruption. उसमें तो आप पहले वो जंगला जैसा होता था, आप कोई भी चीज मांगे, वो जो बेचना चाहता है, जो उसको पैसे दे रहा वही देगा। All that.
वो तो पब्लिक का लूट हो रहा था।
काफी कुछ उसमें रिफॉर्म्स। I would claim justifiable credit for polishing up the liquor sector.
That was
मेरा सबसे पहली थी
कॉर्पोरेशन in Delhi.
उसके बाद बाकी तीनों कॉर्पोरेशंस ने भी बहुत अच्छा किया। पहला मैं था, उन दोनों ने बाद में किया।
True.
उनके जो MDs हैं, they are also my colleagues, very dear friends. लेकिन मैं with the full knowledge सबसे पहले मैंने किया था।
Amazing, sir. Actually, that results of your reforms are visible today.
You see, you have something to compare with. That's Gurgaon. तो इसलिए चमकेगा ही चमकेगा। अच्छा, इसके बाद DSIDC के बाद मैं कहाँ गया था? फूड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया,
FCI में भी
ओवरनाइट 2 साल के लिए। तो लेट शीला जी मैडम ने कहा कि नो, आई विल नॉट रिलीज यू। मैंने कहा मैडम, मैं 5 साल के लिए डिबार हो जाऊंगा। इफ यू डोंट गो टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, देन यू गेट डिबार्ड फॉर दैट मच टाइम, 5 साल के लिए। मैंने कहा मैम, ब्लैक मार्क हो जाएगा। सो शी इज ओके। मैंने कहा मैम, मैं चला जाता हूँ, अभी कंप्लायंस कर लेता हूँ। प्रीमेच्योर आप बुलाएंगे तो फिर उतने टाइम का डिबारमेंट होता है। सो आई वेंट देयर। सो व्हेन मैडम केम बैक टू पावर इन 2009, देन शी कॉल्ड होम मिनिस्ट्री को लिख के, हम 4 लोग थे, हमको बुलाया था। मैं अकेला नहीं था साहब, मैं उन 4 थोड़े से बेहतर ऑफिसर्स में एक था जिन्हें मैडम ने बुलाया। and at that time I was posted as Commissioner VAT in 2009, and देखने की बात यह है कि वो 2 साल तो बाकी 3 साल के लिए मैं डिबार हो गया। तो 3 साल तो मुझे वैसे भी दिल्ली में काम करना था। सो यहाँ पर वो किया, और ये पूरा जो कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स का आई मीन जितना कहाँ पैसा खर्च हुआ है वो मेरा बिल्कुल मैंडेट नहीं था, लेकिन पैसा कमा के गवर्नमेंट को देना वो मेरा था। और आप देखिए 2008-9 में ये कितनी जबरदस्त लेहमैन ब्रदर्स पूरी दुनिया में आतंक किया हुआ था। All the subprime crisis and all that. So the entire world was in that
recession and
all
the
that,
meltdown,
grip
global
of all
meltdown.
that. उस वक्त देश में सबसे हाई ग्रोथ 24% ग्रोथ दी थी Y-on-Y VAT collections में।
Surprising. For the viewers,
Highest.
now you have GST, but it's actually
VAT was it's
was
called
VAT.
Commissioner Trade and Taxes.
Yeah.
उस वक्त VAT होता था।
Value added tax.
Value added tax.
उसका
Sales
crystallized
tax
format is GST, right? Sir?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
That plus services.
Yes, sir.
VAT plus services
Yes,
is
sir.
GST.
Single umbrella में।
तो उस वक्त में यूजुअली 2-3% चल रहा था, देश में 6-7%। और मैं 9 में आया हूँ, जून 9 में 24% फर्स्ट ईयर दिया, एंड जस्ट टू शो 24% Y-on-Y हर साल 200 करोड़ बढ़ता था। मैंने 2000 करोड़ बढ़ा के दिया है। सो एटलीस्ट
कोई बिजनेसमैन आपका स्टोरी सुने तो आपको इमीडिएटली डिप्लॉय करते हैं, उसका प्रॉफिट भी ऐसा बढ़ा सकते हैं शायद।
हाँ, लेकिन मुझे
ऑन अ लाइटर नोट सर।
यस एब्सोल्युटली। और अगले साल फिर 2000 करोड़ बढ़ा के दिया, जस्ट टू शो कि साहब ये मेरा फ्लूक नहीं था।
ट्रू
यू नो, पहले था 9300 करोड़, 9500 करोड़, 9700 करोड़, इस तरह चलता था। आई वाज गिवन अ टारगेट ऑफ 10,000। I gave 12,440 crores. 12,424 crores, something like that. अगले साल 14,000 करोड़ घुस दिया। उसके बाद जाहिर में निकाल दिया गया। नहीं, बट पॉइंट इज, मुझे सबसे ज्यादा इसमें मैं नाम लेके उनको सम्मानित करना चाहता हूँ। माननीय लवली जी उस वक्त मिनिस्टर थे। उनका देखिए बड़ी बात यह है कि ट्रेडर ये कह रहा है हाँ जी आप पूरी वसूली करते हो इससे, लेकिन तंग नहीं करते हो। मींस
कैसे बैलेंस करें? How did you balance that, sir? That's quite a critical thing, right?
It's a very big matter of credit. क्योंकि देखिए, मैं आपकी जेब से अगर पैसा निकाल के सरकार को दे रहा हूं तो आपको अच्छा तो नहीं लगना है।
बिल्कुल।
आपको कन्विंस करना कि देख भाई ये तुम गलत कर रहे हो, तुम दे दो तो अच्छा है, वरना दूसरा तरीका है। ठीक है? So if you become a good citizen, I give you some, if you become a good taxpayer, then I give you certain honor. अब जैसे सारे मिठाई वाले वो जून में ज्वाइन किया, तो अक्टूबर नवंबर में सब होता है ना, फेस्टिव सीजन जो आने वाला है,
दिवाली, दशहरा, ये सब।
तो ये मिठाई और ये सारे लोग आए मेरे पास, बैठिए जनाब। सर ऐसा है कि ये लोग जब आते हैं, रेड पड़ती है, तो 3-4 घंटे के लिए दुकान बंद, तो हमारा तो
नुकसान।
बाकी जो होता है मैं उसमें कुछ नहीं जा रहा, लेकिन द वेरी फैक्ट दैट माय बिजनेस इज स्टॉप फॉर 5-6 आवर्स मींस वो तो दिन गया हमारा, और उसके अगले हमारी बुक्स लेके चले गए तो कई दिन चले गए। मैं क्या, देखिए ये रहा मेरा मोबाइल नंबर। उस वक्त SMS होते थे, मुझे फ़ोन कीजिए, SMS कर दीजिए कि आपके पास टीम पहुंची है और रेड हो रही है।
इतना रिस्पॉन्सिव सिस्टम आपने लगा दिया।
ना, यहाँ तो ख़त्म नहीं हुई बात। अगर कोई आदमी कुछ आपसे बदतमीजी करता है, पैसे मांगता है, उसकी फ़ोटो खींच लो, उसमें है, फ़ोटो खींचो और मुझे दे दो कि ये रेड चल रही है, आई विल टेक एक्शन। लेकिन पिछले साल आपने पूरे सेक्टर ने, मिठाई की दुकानों वाले सेक्टर से, पूरी मिठाई के सेक्टर से इतना टैक्स आया था, मैं इस पे इतना % ऐड कर रहा हूं। ठीक है, शायद मुझे याद है जहां तक मैंने कहा था मैं 12% ऐड कर रहा हूं, इतना तो बनता है भाई। तो इतना आप टैक्स इंश्योर कर दीजिए एंड ऑफ द ईयर, क्योंकि इतना तो होता है, और मार्च तक आपके यहाँ कोई रेट नहीं पड़नी। एट दैट टाइम आई थिंक Y-on-Y को 7-8% था, लेकिन मैंने कहा मैं 12% चाहता हूँ, लेकिन आपको तंग नहीं किया जाएगा. आई डोंट थिंक एनीबडी कंप्लेन्ड. उस चीज के मिनट्स रखे गए थे, बाय द वे. एवरीबडी न्यू अबाउट. So I think citizen wants to be clear, honest and compliant.
The onus is on us how we do.
हाँ, उसे ठीक से प्रेजेंट करो ना कि भाई ये सरकार की एक्सपेक्टेशन है, आपको इतना बनता है, अब दे दीजिए, शराफत से दे दीजिए. क्यों ये सब? You don't want me to police you. अब बेचिए, है ना? So that's how I think they saw the genuineness and there were quite a few reforms at that time. बहुत सारे वैट के, बहुत सारे चीजें फ्रॉम, वी हैड द पावर एट दैट टाइम टू शिफ्ट फ्रॉम वन स्लैब टू अनदर.
ट्रू. मल्टीपल स्लैब्स
था, तो उसमें बहुत ज्यादा रैशनलाइजेशन किया था. मेरे प्रेडेसेसर्स ने भी किया था, लेकिन हमेशा इट्स एन इटरेटिव प्रोसेस. तो उसमें हुआ तो फिर और इजाफा हुआ. सो आई थिंक वी टू गो फ्रॉम 200-300 crores a year additional to 2000 years in one jump. और उसके बाद साहब 24% हुआ नहीं आज तक.
So you always knew how to get things done your way.
If I see, as long as you enjoy the faith and confidence of your bosses कि ये जो कर रहा है करने दो. I mean, Madam Sheila Dikshit तो she was a class apart. I don't think there are any people who can come up to that in that ecosystem from that. Sometime in October-November of 2009, she said कि आपका क्या टारगेट है और क्या चल रहा है. तो मैंने कहा मैडम Q1 plus Q2 of this year is lesser than previous year. We were in negative. So she said, should we reduce the target from 10,000 to 9,500? तो आप 9,700 कर लोगे तो लगेगा कि बढ़ गया. नहीं मैडम, अभी ये किया तो सब लोग चुपचाप बैठ जाएंगे, कोई काम नहीं करेगा. I said, let it be 10,000. Let me push them.
And you made it 12,000.
For the next 6 months, October, November, December, January, February, March, except for one departmental meeting, I did not meet madam. And of course, I did not bother to meet the chief secretary. Finance secretary तो सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता. I'm doing what I'm doing. ठीक है. ये जब सारा कुछ हो गया, 31 मार्च को उनकी बर्थडे होती थी, तब जाके मैंने कहा मैडम 2,000 crores एक्स्ट्रा. ये आपको एक फूल ये रहे और गिफ्ट ये रहे. She was overjoyed. You see, this is मुझे अपना चेहरा दिखाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. But my colleagues, my team was superb. I'm very, very proud of them. उसमें से ऐसा नहीं है कि they were not bad eggs. लेकिन ठीक है, उनको एक तरह से बताया जाता है कि भाई बहुत कमा लिया, आप थोड़ा कुछ दिन
थोड़ा काम भी कर लो. So like you must have worked under several chief ministers. Whom were you most comfortable with?
I would say Madam Dikshit here and Shri Gegong Apang in Arunachal Pradesh. He was another one cut above. I mean, I'm talking of 80s and till the time I was there in 91, till 91. उनका working style ही अलग था. He would put all of us youngsters, people who have come from Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, wherever, non-Arunachalis, he would put them in the districts.
Achha.
Because the DC was the boss, he was the district and sessions judge, and he was the ultimate boss. And he would simply say कि सुबह 5-6 बजे बुलाते थे अपने घर पे, शॉर्ट्स और टी शर्ट में बैठ के वो चाय पी रहे होते थे, चाय पिलाते थे.
Interesting.
और कहते थे कि आपको आपका मंत्री तंग तो नहीं कर रहा है. ये सिर्फ मेरी बात नहीं है, सभी डीसी से पूछते थे और जितने लोकल वहां के थे उनको वो सेक्रेटेरिएट में रखते थे.
अच्छा.
Because we had no eggs to grind, so हम लोग बहुत ही ज्यादा impartially, he had more confidence in us. So the moment you repose a confidence in someone, उसके भी थोड़ा खून बढ़ता है. He feels like working. And of course, Parikar Sahab.
Manohar Parikar
Sahab was another cut above.
Anything about their leadership styles?
all three were extremely different.
Can you elaborate briefly?
See, Parrikar Sahab, you must understand, Goa is politically extremely active.
Okay.
और 90s में 2000s में इतना सारा वहां पर फ्लक्स था पावर का. So many parties. किसी के पास 2 MLA हैं तो वो he has a negotiating power.
True.
So I think he was very justified in doing. He did not trust too many people in those days, and he had limited his number of advisors.
Okay.
But that was मैं 2002 में निकल आया था और उसके बाद a lot happened. I never went to Goa except as a tourist. तो उसके बाद मैंने सेक्रेटेरिएट वगैरह में तो काम किया ही नहीं फिर. तो उस वक्त में उनका I mean he had introduced a lot of things in Goa which now you see, and अपने तरफ से he was the original common man CM. ममता जी को जैसे आप देखते हैं कि she wears very simply and ओरिजिनली तो आई वर्ड से हमने मनोहर पारिकर जी को देखा है. वो अपना हम लोग जा रहे हैं वॉक कर रहे हैं मार्केट में and he's just walking around like this with 3-4 people. People's man. Amazing. And he what he did as defense minister, I mean, India will continue to be proud of him for a very long time. Genghum Apang Sahab ka, again, he was a very strong leader at the time we met him. And he was unquestioned. So he had some dissensions and so on politically. तो जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट था इसीलिए उन्होंने ये सिस्टम निकाला था कि डिस्ट्रिक्ट तुम लोग संभालो. और एक तरह इस तरह का अनलेस यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम सम चाइनीज कम इन, डोंट कम एंड टेल मी कि क्या हो रहा है. यू अगर तुमसे कुछ बात बिगड़ गई तो विल ट्रांसफर यू आउट.
He was clear.
हाँ, he was very clear. We'll transfer you out to another जिला. और मैडम शीला जी का ये था कि she was a past master. I think she is PMO में काम कर चुकी थी. और इतनी ज्यादा उनकी आई वुड से पॉलिटिकल हेफ्ट उनका जो भी था, उनका पर्सनल हेफ्ट बहुत ज्यादा था ऑफिसर्स के साथ. You couldn't meet her without being completely floored by her composure and grace and the kindness with which she treated all the officers and the general people.
Okay.
तो उनके साथ जितना वक्त भी काम किया है, मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा, लेकिन you see for some reasons there were a few 6 तो मिनिस्टर्स होते हैं, उनमें 3 के साथ कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंसेस मेरे हो गए थे ऑन पेपर. एंड मैडम को जाके मैंने बताया ये है. उसमें से उन्होंने जो भी हुआ, शी डिड नॉट रिमूव मी फ्रॉम द पोस्ट एट ऑल. In fact, one particular person had written against me, 3.5 पन्ने की चिट्ठी लिखी within a few months of him taking over as minister. He wanted something which was not correct. So I simply said कि जो भी है. तो I said, मैडम ऐसा है, मुझे इस पोस्ट से हटा दीजिए क्योंकि वो फायदा नहीं है. वो जो चाह रहे हैं वो हो नहीं सकता और आज नहीं तो कल प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. और मैं थोड़ा मुंह फट रहा हूँ, हमेशा से रहा हूँ, पोलाइट बट मुंह फट. तो शी सेड हाँ, यूं करके उन्होंने निकाला ये चिट्ठी भेजी है उन्होंने 3.5. सो उस चिट्ठी को देखते ही मैं समझ गया किसकी लिखी हुई है. साइन तो सिग्नेचर तो मंत्री जी के हैं, किसी की और की लिखी हुई थी. मेरा ही ऑफिस का एक कलीग था. तो ऐसे मैम, शी सेड जस्ट गो होम, रिलैक्स, वर्क एज यू आर डूइंग. मंत्री जी को थोड़ी इज्जत देते रहो बीच बीच में.
That's leadership.
Okay. खैर, वो मंत्री जी जो थे जाने दीजिए. She kept me on that post for another 3.5 years. This is my point.
Such kind of leadership requires conviction.
क्योंकि मालूम है जो हो रहा है वो तो अलग से आ रहा है ना.
True.
और जो पावर स्ट्रक्चर से फीडबैक आ रहा है वो बिल्कुल अलग होगा, कोई बात नहीं. But she knew where her long-term interests as CM Delhi lay.
Clarity and conviction.
That clarity.
How was she in closed discussions or meetings with the senior civil servants? Or like,
as I told someone, she was so motherly. Now she is incidentally, my mother, late mother, was about 10 days younger to her or something. और मैंने एक बात शायद संदीप जी से बोली, संदीप दीक्षित से, कि मैडम के साथ वो मुझे कुछ भी कह दें, मैं कभी I will not take it otherwise, क्योंकि my mother was exactly like this. And my mother was also a tyrant like your mother. Very sweet, very petite. But she knew what she wanted. उससे कम में compromise नहीं करती थी. She wanted the job done. But her way of, कभी मुझे सुनने में नहीं आया कि उन्होंने किसी के साथ रफली बात की हो. Opposition leaders के साथ उनके बेहतर रिलेशंस थे sometimes compared to people of her own party. So I think that's और खुराना साहब के साथ, लेट खुराना साहब के साथ तो ये किस्सा बहुत लोगों को मालूम नहीं है. As the governor Rajasthan, खुराना साहब said no. This is not the CM of Delhi, or she was not even CM Delhi at that time. No, beg your pardon. He was CM. She was CM Delhi. He was Governor Rajasthan. ये गई थी कहीं, और गवर्नर नहीं जाता है रिसीव, जो भी है प्रोटोकॉल में. No. I have come to receive my sister.
The governor came to receive the chief minister.
Something of the sort. The protocol, और वो भी CM of a union territory. No such thing. Of an opposite party.
True.
I have come to receive my sister. वो खड़े रहे, मैडम. ये रिलेशनशिप पुराने पॉलिटिशियंस की आप वो ग्रेस कम देखेंगे.
सही बात.
That's all I can say.
True, sir. There are certainly some leadership lessons that we can all learn from them. Thanks to
खुराना
you,
साहब के साथ बहुत कम दिन काम करने का मुझे अवसर मिला. Not directly under him. मैं लेट साहब सिंह जी के साथ काम कर रहा था. He was my minister. जब मैं एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग वगैरह में था. लेकिन खुराना जी CM थे. उसके बाद मैं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया चला गया. फिर खुराना जी आफ्टर सम टाइम रिजाइंड एंड सो ऑन, जो भी कुछ हुआ. सो ये सारा उनके साथ जो टाइम मैनेजमेंट सीखने का वो मिला. अगर खुराना जी ने 10 बजे की मीटिंग रखी है तो 10:02 पर, माफ कीजिएगा, आई एम पुटिंग इट दिस वे, पिछली मीटिंग वाला 10 बजने में 1 मिनट पे उठ के चल देगा. 10 बजे से 10:01-2 3 मिनट तक वो हल्की फुल्की ब्रीफिंग लेंगे सेक्रेटरी टू CM से कि ये अब मैं कौन सी मीटिंग है, इसमें क्या है, हो गया. 10:03, 10:05 तक डिस्कशंस विल बी इन फुल गो. और अगर 10:15, 10:30 की मीटिंग है, उससे 2-4 मिनट पहले खत्म हो जाएगी.
अच्छा,
अमेजिंग टाइम,
सो प्रिसाइज.
एक दफा हम लोग बैठे हुए थे, कुछ ऐसे ही था, 10 से 10:30 की मीटिंग थी और 10:20 या 25 पे चीफ सेक्रेटरी आए. He had gone somewhere or maybe whatever he was busy in. तो खुराना जी ने कहा आइए ये बैठिए, मीटिंग तो हो गई. He had taken the decision, he had done everything. We'll let you know what has happened. So ये चीज आप नहीं देखेंगे लोगों का, खास तौर से जब आप देखते हैं कि certain people वो 2-2, 3-3 घंटे खड़ा रखते हैं. आप यहाँ देखिए, so crisp. This was the amazing generation.
True, sir. True.
Of leaders.
I think through the experience that you're sharing, many of the things that the general audience do not know, they come to the limelight, and probably that will help inspire others as well. Totally.
अच्छा, आपने ध्यान दिया होगा कि मैं प्रेजेंट लीडर्स की किसी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
I get that.
क्योंकि मैं सिर्फ ये बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि sometimes political leaders are so great. इतने अच्छे इंसान होते हैं, इतने इंस्पायरिंग होते हैं कि उनके साथ काम करके you become a better human being. You become more responsive to people's needs. किसी भी कंटेम्प्रेरी पॉलिटिशियन का मैं इसलिए नहीं नाम लेना चाह रहा, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू इंडल्ज इन टेकिंग ए नेम एंड प्रेजिंग हिम एंड नॉट प्रेजिंग अदर्स.
वी रेस्पेक्ट दैट.
हर एक के अंदर कुछ ना कुछ बहुत अच्छी खूबियां हैं, और जो यंगस्टर्स हैं, आई एम श्योर दे विल फाइंड वेरी इंस्पायरिंग people to work with.
So, like, coming to the UPSC personality test or the interview, these days we see most of the aspirants finding it very difficult to fill in the DAF, the detailed application form. तो कोई कहता है कि सर I do not have much of extracurricular activities. अब हॉबी कभी हम किया ही नहीं. I don't have any major hobby. So in this scenario, like, what is your guidance for them, sir? And also there's this thing like any achievements, accomplishments. So should we leave it blank, or should we actually?
No problems. If you do not, have any achievements worth mentioning to the UPSC, please understand. आपके घर में आपको तमगे मिले होंगे, आपके स्कूल में मिले होंगे, लेकिन आप 10th क्लास में 2nd पोजीशन लाए, ये वाकई डू यू थिंक यू नीड टू मेंशन इट इन अ यूपीएससी फॉर्म? द फैक्ट दैट यू हैव रीच्ड द इंटरव्यू स्टेज tells the interview board that you are of a certain mental caliber. और जिस आदमी को मेरी बातों पे विश्वास नहीं है, वो पिछले 10 साल का केबीसी देख ले.
Why KBC, sir?
KBC because anybody from any background with the right kind of hard work and knowledge and the right positive attitude can be a winner. That I'm sure you'll agree.
True.
Right?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
तो ये important
quite an
नहीं
analogy.
हाँ, ये important नहीं है कि आप कई जगह पूछा जाता है कि साहब क्या पब्लिक स्कूल एजुकेशन? Nonsense. Not at all. A lot of the students have mock interview हम लोग तो लेते रहते हैं. वो regional engineering colleges से आते हैं. They come from all sorts of backgrounds. A lot from technical backgrounds, yes, but not necessarily all from IIT, IIM and this and that. नहीं भाई, भूल जाइए उस बात को.
That is also one of the biggest myth, right, sir? People from elite institutions or students who were very studious from the school level, it says वही बनता है, yes. तो ये mindset
ऐसा नहीं है. देखिए मैं 2 अपने ब्रदर ऑफिसर्स की बात कर रहा हूँ. एक मेरे साथ होम मिनिस्ट्री में थे, रिटायर्ड एट द लेवल ऑफ सेक्रेटरी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. उन्होंने सिर्फ 5 महीने तैयारी की थी. ही वाज वर्किंग इन अ प्राइवेट सेक्टर, एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट बिजनेस में, पता नहीं किसी फर्म में एम्प्लॉयड थे. उनको उनकी माता जी ने पकड़ के और उनके एक दोस्त ने पकड़कर बहुत ज़बरदस्ती उनसे ये करवाया. तो उन्होंने छुट्टी लेके he cleared the exam in the only, he said okay, सिर्फ एक बार बैठूंगा, and he got into IAS.
Amazing.
दूसरा, मेरे बैचमेट हैं, 22 साल की उम्र में IAS में आ गए. रेगुलर उन्होंने कॉलेज किसी कॉलेज से नहीं किया है, BA कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस से किया है, right? And his original training was as a chef in hotel management. And he got into IAS. ठीक है. Both are small town examples. इन दोनों में से कोई elite स्कूल से नहीं पढ़ा है, elite कॉलेज से तो सवाल ही नहीं पढ़ा है.
True.
And they are there in the first shot. I think focus is much more important than all these myths. कोई अंग्रेजी की जरूरत नहीं है. हाँ, incidentally बता दूं सबको, आपने if you have filled the medium of interview as English and you're getting stuck on some word, बड़े आराम से sorry sir, with your permission, मुझे वो शब्द याद नहीं आ रहा है, क्या मैं हिंदी में बोल लूं? आराम से बोलिए. You are being tested for your officer-like qualities, not your linguistic skills.
What are these officer-like qualities?
Officer में वो अलग से आ रहा हूँ. Linguistic skills तो definitely नहीं है. English means that you have chosen to respond in English. You're comfortable with the language.
It's just a mode of communication.
It's a mode of communication. You're able to communicate. If you cannot, you say that, may I use Telugu? Fine. True. Use the Telugu word. Right? Now, that is not what you're being judged on. The point is how much of the person sitting in front of me is genuine and how much of it is fakery. जैसे किसी आदमी ने somebody fills in, I like to fond of Sanskrit literature, fond of श्रीमद् भगवद गीता. I like reading भगवद गीता. बहुत लोग लिखते हैं, एक्चुअली लिखते हैं.
सही बात.
मैं ये भी मान लेता हूं कि उसे 18 के 18 चैप्टर्स उसने पढ़े होंगे. ठीक है, कई बार पढ़े होंगे. उसने कोई ना कोई कमेंट्री भी पढ़ी होगी. बट द मोमेंट यू एंटर इनटू अ डिस्कशन, ऐसा क्यों है, वैसा क्यों है, यहाँ कोई शास्त्रार्थ नहीं हो रहा है. बट सर्टन थिंग्स इफ यू आर कल्टिवेटिंग एज अ हॉबी means there is a certain longevity to your hobby. You have studied it over a time, you have introspected, you have thought about it. There is something more than a passing acquaintance, right?
True.
How do you expect that आपसे 2 सवाल पूछे, तीसरे में वो लड़खड़ाने लगता है? How do you call it a hobby? Right? If he says I like reading Hindi literature, और उसमें 4 लोगों के नाम आप पूछिए, हाउ अबाउट दिस, हाउ अबाउट दैट, जी मैंने वो नहीं पढ़ा है. जो पढ़ा है उसमें से 3 किताबें पढ़ी हैं, चौथी नहीं पढ़ी. द फेलो वुड हैव रिटन प्रॉब्ली 50 बुक्स. हाउ इज इट दैट आई कैन कॉल, यू नो? सो नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल आई वाज अ फिजिक्स स्टूडेंट. मैंने हॉबीज में कुछ लिखा ही नहीं था.
अच्छा.
आई जस्ट रोट playing table tennis and badminton. Anybody does it. I'm not even a school level champion, what to talk of national. मुझे जो पसंद है मैं करता हूँ. टीटी खेलता हूँ, बैडमिंटन खेलता हूँ. किसी ने मुझसे दूसरा सवाल ही नहीं पूछा. एटलीस्ट बी ऑनेस्ट टू योरसेल्फ. अब उसमें लोग माइंडलेस मेडिटेशन, माइंडफुल वॉकिंग, ये why are you writing all that? If you are meditating, good, but is it a hobby? I don't think it should be written as a hobby. It's a way of life.
True.
Brushing your teeth cannot be a hobby. It's a way of life. So my point is, don't pay so much attention to achievements or awards. नहीं है तो say nothing of note. Nothing significant.
So, as it is said rightly, it's not an interview, it's a personality test.
It's a personality test.
True, sir. And coming to this cadre, sir, cadre preferences, that also has become a huge challenge. Which cadre is good, which cadre is better? These are the discussions. So, what is your suggestion to the students to...
See, people ordinarily like to gravitate towards their home cadre or around their home cadre. So if there's a kid from UP, his second and third choice is going to be MP and Bihar. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Zonal system आ गया ना sir?
Sorry?
Zonal system आ गया.
हाँ, zone के अंदर.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 में, that's what I meant. And invariably, I'm always sorry to say कि 5/6 होता है. Zone 5 is Northeast and 6th is Nagaland or now Manipur. So people usually gravitate to, but I have seen some very happy circumstances in which a person from I think Madhya Pradesh या बिहार का था, and he says उसने first zone लिखा था South India.
अच्छा.
And second zone was I think Western India, ये सब. So my first question was कि तुम वहाँ कोई कांड करके आए हो? Why are you running away from your home cadre? So, and he was a smart kid. So he says, no sir, it's not like that. I've seen enough of this region. I want to serve in another part of my country. Which I think, now, you have to ask 4-5 more questions. If he actually is genuinely of that opinion. If he is, full marks. क्योंकि ऐसे rare लोग होते हैं. Why not? मेरा आगमन कार्ड भरने का पर्पस ये था कि मैं पूरा देश देखूंगा. आई डोंट वांट टू बी टाइड डाउन टू एनी
सिंगल स्टेट.
और दिल्ली का तो वैसे मैं हुई.
सही बात.
सो बाकी रेस्ट आर टूरिस्टी प्लेसेस.
True, sir. True, sir. Sir, you've worked in the IPS as well as the IAS.
Just a probation.
Yes, yes, sir.
6 months of being in the trenches.
True, but you are acquainted.
Reasonably, yes.
Yes, sir. So, what many youngsters have this dilemma: IAS या IPS. Some people say like, मुझको तो IPS ही बनना है. कोई movie देख लेता, they, they're go inspired by some movie or a heroic act, and then they think about IPS. So, what is your take on this, sir? Like, IAS या IPS, उसमें lifestyle differences क्या रहता, service differences क्या रहता? So, anything in very brief.
See, IPS मूवी देख लेता पे एक बात बता दूं. During the 50s and 60s, if you watch a film, the role of the police is crowd control. By and large. ठीक है. यूनियन के लोगों की भीड़ है, उसको सेठ जी ने वो किया है और क्राउड कंट्रोल लाठी मार के भगा रहे हैं. 70s 80s, unfortunately, the image 70s 80s, some part of 90s, the policeman was either the Dharmendra and Amitabh Bachchan kind of a guy, the lone warrior against a very bad system. The system was corrupt and here is a hero. Or the entire police force was depicted as in cahoots with the criminals and mafia politician nexus.
In fact, most of the movies were that.
I'm a very avid moviegoer, so therefore I can say with some authority. पिछले 10 साल से, fortunately, you are watching films with Singham and Suryavansham and all this, Simba and whatnot. You have the policeman as, and so many OTTs particularly, Family Man,
True.
This guy KK Menon जिसमें आ रहा है जो
Special Ops, Khaki, Bihar chapter and all that.
ये सारे जो हैं, इनमें policeman as an over the top hero, and he is a crusader on behalf of the society, on behalf of the poor and downtrodden. Right? This image makeover has been the responsibility of the police itself. उन्होंने अपनी इमेज को बहुत अच्छे से, they have redeemed their role in the society, which is a great thing. Right? Okay. The expectations from the police is the first responder in anything. लोग आग लगने पर, भगवान न करे किसी के लगे, आग लगने पर लोग फायर स्टेशन का नंबर शायद या हॉस्पिटल का भूल जाएंगे,
फिर पुलिस को तो
पुलिस को सबसे पहले पहुंचना है.
सही बात है.
सो ये चीज आपको मालूम होनी चाहिए. पुलिस का एक रोल होता था ड्यूरिंग 20 years back, 30 years back, that there was a certain set of roles. Today the police is, when you are into cybercrime and you are into white collar and you are into drugs and you are into all sorts of weapon, ये वो 50 किस्म का security setup. I will give you a typical example of a person called Mr. Sameer Wankhede. He is from the IRS.
True.
And
Shahrukh Khan's son's case.
नहीं, वो सब पे मत जाए, वही आदमी है.
Okay.
He is an IRS chap who has been in the NIA. And he's been using all sorts of repeater fire weapons, all sorts of weaponry he's used. पता नहीं कितने encounters वो कितने gunfights में रह चुका है. Depends on what you have an aptitude for. If you have an aptitude for crime control, you will be wasting your time. You'll be feeling very sad sitting in the finance department, tallying RHS is equal to LHS. Okay? आपको बजट बनाने में बुखार चढ़ेगा. If you are a field chap.
True.
Know yourself. Know yourself. Probably had I known that in 82, 83, that the role of the police in cybercrime or crime control or the white collar jobs, अब तो आप जैसे CBI हुआ और ED हुआ, उसमें police officers, my dear batchmate Karnail Singh has been there. तो ये सारे लोग जो now it's an accountant's job to be looking at crime.
True.
You know, white collar crime और cyber crime में अगर इस किस्म की हमें इल्म होता कि ऐसा होने जा रहा है, probably I would have said यार IPS में why not? 4-5-10 साल ही तो लाठी चलानी है, उसके बाद तो we'll be doing some serious crime control at a very different level. So all that depends on what you like. The hierarchy used to be IFS, IAS, IPS, which is what I had filled up.
Yes.
Now the hierarchy is IAS, IPS, IFS. Changing times. What can I say? It's the perception of people.
So, like, what are the most important qualities for a successful civil servant?
I think self-awareness is the biggest. Do not run after a posting. I can say with some pride, it may be an accident, but certainly not by design. From the allotment of a cadre till the last day of my retirement, I have never requested anybody for any posting, not even my immediate senior. Okay? गोवा के लिए मैंने लिखा था, मेरा पौंडीचेरी हो रहा था, वो तो एक्सीडेंट ऑफ फेट गोवा में हो गया, somebody took kindly. हमेशा से मेरे साथ हुआ है, and yet I have managed to land good postings, decent postings with some scope for doing good. When you are not running after a posting, your bosses and especially the political leaders, they will say कि ये तो बिल्कुल पानी है, जिस ग्लास में डालोगे ढल जाएगा, और इससे कोई इस किस्म की मोहमाया नहीं कि आप किधर आपको डाला जा रहा है, कहाँ आपको पोस्ट किया जा रहा है. मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि मुझे आप कितनी ही बुरी जगह में पोस्ट कर रहे हो. यही तो होता है ना, ट्रांसफर ओनली दिस थिंग. अरुणाचल प्रदेश के आई डिस्टिंक्टली रिकॉल वैश साहब हमारे चीफ सेक्रेटरी साहब थे, when Rajesh Srivastava and I, we went to join in Arunachal. He said, "Oh, 2 Srivastavs." He spoke behind a huge cloud of smoke. So there are 2 Srivastavs. I am sending one to Tawang, where there has been some external aggression. Sending the other to Daparujo, where there is always an internal disturbance. I went to Daparujo, and he says, "I don't recall who's going where." So अपने वक्त में there were very few districts which were considered worse than Daparujo. I think only Sepa was considered worse. So second worst district out of 11 at that time. Today I think 20 हो गए, 20-22 उसमें भेजा गया था. वहाँ भी हम खुश रहे 3 साल 10 महीने. तो कोई कितना मुझे, if your bosses know that you are like this, gradually one learns to respect your attitude. और वहां पे भी अकड़ के बैठना है, कितनी गंदी जगह में जाने के बाद भी. You will not allow your self-respect to be compromised. That's the most important. 3, people know what you are up to. The smallest of gestures people notice. Okay. आप किसी बड़ी छोटी सी चीज़ है, आई एम नॉट टेकिंग क्रेडिट फॉर इट बिकॉज आई जेन्युइनली बिलीव दिस. मैं कहीं इलेक्शन ड्यूटी में था और एकदम से जाते जाते मैंने कहा गाड़ी रोको, पीछे लो. छोटी सी एक समाधि जैसी बनी हुई थी, किसी सम आर्मी पर्सन ऑफ दैट हाउस हु हैड डाइड. तो गांव वालों ने उसका वो बनाया था. तो आई जस्ट स्टूड देयर, पेड माय रिस्पेक्ट्स, came back, sat in my car and drove off. शाम को जब ऐसे ही वन इलेक्शन ऑब्जर्वर को लोगों से मिलना भी होता है, सर आप वहाँ गए थे, आपने वो उसको वो देखा, नहीं मतलब उसमें क्या है. It registered on people कि मैं कोई सलाह नहीं बुला रहा हूँ भाई. I just felt like paying my respects to an army person, so I got down from the car. कोई मंदिर नहीं है, I'm not required to, but people notice these things and that builds up a thing. अब मैं तो इलेक्शन ऑब्जर्वर आज 7-8-10 दिन और रुकाऊंगा, वापस चला आया. मुझे वहां कौन से खड़े होकर इलेक्शन लड़ना है, वहां लीडरी थोड़ी करनी है. लेकिन ये बड़ी छोटी सी चीज है. एंड the next election observer or the next deputy commissioner will also be within that scope of expectations of the general people.
True.
So agar civil servants ki there's a certain tradition of a certain grace and dignity,
positive precedents.
Positive precedents बहुत important है. तो अगर एक अच्छा civil servant है किसी जिले में, one thing you should do is to ask around what are the positive precedents of the chair where I'm sitting, to what extent, and then to seek out people's expectations from the administration. और तीसरी सबसे बड़ी चीज ये है कि भाई ये लाल बत्ती वगैरह वाला कल्चर से अब तो खैर ऑफिशियली नहीं है. आपको जरूरत नहीं है किसी 2 बॉडीगार्ड्स के साथ घूमने की. अगर आप बिल्कुल घूमने शहर में निकलते हो, कोई जरूरत नहीं. जस्ट वॉक विद योर फैमिली, विद योर वाइफ एंड योर किड एज ए यंग ऑफिसर. दिस इज व्हाट आई वुड स्ट्रांगली एडवाइज टू एवरीबॉडी. जाओ, कहीं बताने की जरूरत नहीं कलेक्टर साहब आ रहे हैं. इट इज नॉट अ गुड थिंग. जस्ट गो हैव कहीं पान खाने का, कहीं गोलगप्पे खाने का, वाइफ को तो होगा ही होगा. कहीं आपको मिठाई खरीदनी है, आइसक्रीम खरीदनी है, जस्ट डू इट लाइक ए कॉमन मैन. द मोर कॉमन यू आर, द मोर यू विल बी रिस्पेक्टेड. आपने अभी भी सुनी होंगी, लॉट्स ऑफ यंगस्टर्स हैव डन सच सुपर्ब वर्क इन देयर डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स कि जब उनका तबादला हुआ है तो 5-10 हज़ार लोगों की भीड़ कलेक्ट हो जाती है कि आपको जाने नहीं देंगे. You know, so that's the kind of thing. वो लोग इसलिए नहीं इतने फेमस हुए हैं क्योंकि वो अपने आइवरी टावर में लाल बत्ती वाली गाड़ी में behind air conditioned indoors, they have spent their tenure. No, they've stepped out in the mud and grime and stood with the people in that sun and tried to figure out कि क्या किया जाए, and they have done something about it. I think that equation with the populace is the most crucial quality of a civil servant.
There are quite some takeaways over there, sir. Sir, on a conclusionary note, for the general youth, if you had to give 3 words of wisdom, what would that be?
Just be yourself. Exactly 3 words. No, really. I think we especially in the social media ecosystem, we are so fond of being what we are not, that we are losing our
true self,
our sense of identity. Be yourself. Be proud of the good things that you have. Have a tremendous amount of self-respect, and do not allow that to have self-respect, but do not think that others don't have entitlement of self-respect. If you respect others, others will certainly respect you. And the biggest thing I think I should add here, there is okay, let me give you one real instance and then an imagined advice. Real instance, Babu Jagjeevan Ramji, late Babu Jagjeevan Ramji was the minister, and in front of him was a file in which the section officer had given some noting. After that, the deputy secretary, joint secretary, and secretary had signed. Simply signed. So Babuji wrote like this. He drew a line and wrote, "I agree with the views of the section officer." Do you know what he conveyed? None of you jokers have applied your mind or given me any positive input. 2, he respected the views of the section officer who was the lowest in this hierarchy. वो आदमी तो उसको फ्रेम करा के जिंदगी भर रखेगा ना.
सही बात है.
दूसरी असली चीज, everybody, the moment they join as an SDM or a DM, they have a system of peshkar or advisor and whatever, OSD. These fellows have a wealth of knowledge which you do not have. Similarly, there are lots of circle officers, lots of other colleagues, younger colleagues which you have. Do not call them subordinates. Invariably call them younger colleagues. Okay? Give them the dignity that they have, that they ought to have. उनको जब आप बुलाते हैं, treat them as people who have more knowledge than you. भारतवर्ष में परंपरा रही है, आप किसी भी ग्रंथ को उठा लीजिए. The tradition is that you respect knowledge wherever it is.
True.
Isn't it? To give you a very different example, भीम जब वो लाक्षागृह से भागने की सुरंग खोदी जा रही थी, तो एक आदमी वो अपने हिसाब से ठोक रहा था. भीम ने कहा, मैं बहुत बलशाली हूं, मुझे लाओ, मैं ठोकता हूं, मैं फट से तुम जितनी. बोला, महाबली ये मेरा काम है, मैं अपने काम को जानता हूं. ठीक है? I'm not asking that I should do your job. You please don't interrupt mine. हर आदमी को अपनी महारत होती है, उसकी इज्जत कीजिए. उसकी इज्जत कीजिए. And learn from these people. The more they know that you respect their viewpoint, they will come out with more and more, innovative ways of doing what you will not. If you will keep them at a distance, you will block that communication channel. And these people are really the salt of the earth when it comes to office affairs. So you should always respect the people who are working with you as your support staff. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much for these valuable insights, sir. I'm sure
So very kind.
it is more like a masterclass on life and leadership. Thank you so much, sir.
You flatter me too much. Thank you so much.